Darren Rovell with Will Stern here for Collect TV, and today we are talking about the J.D. Salinger signed Catcher in the Rye first edition. When I saw this price of over $40,000, and then that it did not sell this weekend, I was like, wait a second. I know first edition books, I know signed copies. I would have thought this would have been a sale at $15,000. And then Will said, no. Will, why was this reserve not hit at Iconic?
So who knows what the reserve was, but just for context, first edition copies of Catcher in the Rye could go, one actually sold last month for about half of that, around 20 grand. And it was a really nice looking copy. It wasn't signed.
Right. So then someone says, hold on one second. J.D. Salinger's signature can't be worth more than $2,000.
Well, it can if it's on his book, especially a presentation copy. So apparently, Salinger was super stingy about signing his books because he didn't want his friends or family profiting off of it. So they're super rare. We only saw one come to auction in like 2010, and I believe that got around 60K. They've been very few and far between. If you look them up now, they'll be listed fixed price for like 200 grand. Not that they would sell for that, but so you can imagine that someone would have the reserve, maybe 60 grand, 70 grand, who knows?
Now, what's a presentation copy of first edition versus a regular first edition?
So a presentation copy would be if the author signs and inscribes it to someone and gives it to them, right? Rather than just a signed copy that you could maybe buy.
Got it. Got
Often
it.
it's to a close friend or maybe the editor, oftentimes.
A fascinating story. Obviously, Catcher in the Rye, one of the greatest books of all time. Uh,
And there's also some irony there
Go
of
ahead.
JD Salinger not wanting his friends to profit off of him, just with Holden Caulfield and everything. That's quite
Yes, that's actually true. Given that is very funny. So just a really interesting story, and these are the types of stories that we run into every once in a while, where it's an unexpected outcome, and then you say why. You start looking back, and sure enough, we have this story. So Darren, Will Stern for Collect TV. Thanks, Will, for explaining.